Thanks for staying with us here on News Central Television. This is News Now. Let's take a look at the top stories for this hour. Workers escape death as two-story building structure caves in on Christmas Day. Suspected bandits killed at least 11 in Kwande local government area of Benue State. And Nigeria government denies allegations of collaborating with France to destabilize Niger Republic. My name is Joe Hansen. Thanks for staying with us. Get the details shortly. Let's begin in Umuahia, where a two-story building still under construction has collapsed in Umuahia, the Abia State capital, on Christmas Day. The cause of the collapse has not yet been officially established, but some warning notice pasted around the site by the Umuahia Capital Development Authority, UCDA, dated December 26, 2024, declared the site sealed. A resident who pleaded anonymity said there were no casualties as site workers were on holiday. As at Thursday afternoon, a bulldozer was seen demolishing the remaining parts of the structure. Reacting to the incident, the public relations officer of the Umuahia Capital Development Authority, Nkiru Ogba, confirmed that the contractors did not follow due process. The Federal Road Safety Corps has confirmed the death of 2 people and 15 others injured in a lone accident involving a Toyota Hiace bus at Sapaide on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Ogun State. The spokesperson for FRSC in Ogun, Mrs. Florence Okwe, said that the accident occurred on Thursday, adding that the incident was caused by tire burst, which resulted in the loss of control. Okwe noted that 18 people were in the bus marked LSR 585YH, including 9 men, 5 women, 2 boys, and 2 girls. She added that 15 people who got injured comprised 8 men, 4 women, 2 boys, and 1 girl, while 2 people died, comprising 1 man and a woman. Meanwhile, the injured victims were taken to Patmag Hospital, Ogere, while the deceased were deposited at the State's General Hospital Morgue, Isara. Away from that sad story to another one, at least 11 people were reportedly killed by suspected armed headers who invaded some communities in Kwande local government area of Benue State on Christmas Day. The attackers were said to have invaded Itulov, Azigi, and Inegevwa communities in the Nkomong district in Turan in Kwande LGA, turning the Christmas joy into sorrow. A resident of now deserted Mbadura Council Ward, who is taking refuge in Jato, Aka Lawrence Akiriba, told newsmen that the attackers abducted 7 children, with the oldest being 6 years, while the youngest is 2 years of age. According to him, the attackers invaded Yav and Mbakol Council wards of Turan community at about 4 p.m. when most residents were at home with their families enjoying the cool breeze of the Yuletide, killing 11, injuring scores, and abducted children, while others were still missing. From one sad story to another one, let's also tell you that 1 person has died and 2 others injured in a tragic gas cylinder explosion at a vulcanizer shop in Pakungu, a suburb of Mina, Niger State capital. The incident happened on Christmas Day, with the victims identified as Zakari Aliyu, Mohammed Usman Baba, and Umar Mohammed. Eyewitnesses reported that the incident occurred when Mohammed Usman Baba, the shop owner, used the gas cylinder for a customer. After the cylinder was used, it was placed to be recharged. Zakari, an apprentice, retrieved water to cool the cylinder after it became heated, as they typically do. However, according to eyewitnesses, Faisal Avuya, the cylinder exploded as he poured water on it, scattering his body. The explosion injured Mohammed Usman Baba and his son, Umar Mohammed. Sources say Umar sustained severe abdominal injuries and will require surgery. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, on Thursday insisted that the military avoided mistakes in the airstrikes that killed 10 people. On Christmas Day, a fighter jet bombed 2 communities in the Silame local government area of the state, killing at least 10 people and injuring several others. A day after the incident, the CDA has visited the northwestern state and addressed journalists at the Umuahia Cantonment, Sokoto. He said that investigation would be launched into the matter. The CDA has called on residents not to harbor criminals in their communities and admonished media practitioners not to be used as a tool for promoting bandits. In the meantime, the federal government has strongly denied allegations made against it in a viral video by the military leader of its neighbor, the Republic of Niger, that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration had concluded plans with France to destabilize his country. In a statement signed by Nigeria's Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, the federal government described General Abdurrahmani Tiani's claims as groundless and absurd because Nigeria had never engaged in any overt or covert alliance with France or any other country to sponsor terrorist attacks or destabilize the Republic of Niger in the wake of the coup d'etat that ousted a democratically elected government in that country. Let's take you back and tell you that Boxing Day celebrations, the festive season, is indeed a time of sharing and caring, and among the groups that need love and attention are senior citizens. While many spend the period surrounded by families, some elderly individuals reside in special homes. Our correspondent Bernard Akede visited an old people's home in Lagos to see how these senior citizens are celebrating Boxing Day. Take a look.
The elderly hold a special place in our society, and just like everyone else, they deserve to feel the joy of the festive season. While some are surrounded by family at home, others find companionship and care in old people's homes. For these senior citizens, the holiday season is a time to reflect, connect, and enjoy activities that keep them active and engaged.
Because when I remember that my mind spoiled today, say go come, I need to see them. So I wasn't happy today in the afternoon. But I can't hear that they are around. It be like say they buy motor.
In African culture, caring for the elderly is traditionally the responsibility of family members. However, changing circumstances such as migration and financial challenges have made homes for the elderly a valid alternative for many.
I was told the latest residents that we had, it came in about 2-3 days ago, and by the time he was coming in, he was very apprehensive. He was telling the child, the daughter, I'm not coming, you know. But 2 days into his stay, the man started praying. Oh, I didn't know this was the place you were bringing me. Thank you, God bless you. It is a lovely place. They are taking care of me. I'm very okay. I'm happy. And all the story has changed. Why? Because experience.
You saw people, they didn't abandon their loved ones here. They come to see them. You saw Her Royal Majesty said she wished they had known this place earlier.
The residents of this home come from different backgrounds: retired engineers, teachers, and business professionals. Among them is an 82-year-old author who is working on a new book.
The working title is Animal, Vegetable, and Mineral. It is about the people, the places, and things I have come across in my life. Any child here, I have relatives, but they have their own families as well. So my own daughter decided to bring me here. Having heard about this place and how well the people here are looked after.
The home offers a range of activities, including games, skill acquisition, and holiday celebrations to ensure the elderly remain engaged. However, providing this level of care is not without its challenges.
It can be quite challenging, especially once you're not skilled or you're not trained. What drives you in caring for older people is passion.
Some have stroke, some are diabetic, so we help them with a lot of, those things, and they are good. They are well managed.
For the staff, the festive season is an opportunity to go the extra mile, creating an atmosphere of warmth and joy. And as we continue our celebration this festive season, it is very important that we remember the elderly amongst us who have spent several years caring for us and serving the country. They are still part of the society, and caring for them is not negotiable. In Lagos for News Central, I'm Bernard Akede.
What a wonderful report there. Well, in search of fun and games, parents have taken their younger children to some play arena in Umuahia, the Abia State capital. With limited child-friendly sites in the entire state, children are mostly confined to the very few available, leading to overcrowding over the years. News Central's Chinwe Ogele captured some moments of fun for the children in Umuahia in this package.
Returnees who come down to Abia State usually have one problem, and that is finding a place where they can actually relax and have fun with their families other than various eateries that are littered around the cities and the villages.
On a day like this, being a public holiday as well as Boxing Day, families spend time outside their homes. For those who have young children, the choice of their hangout must include a child-friendly sport to help them relax and play games at the same time.
Even me, I'm still a child. I need a place to relax 1 or 2 times, you know. They don't have it around here. They should.
So please,
next time I come, I want to go gag everywhere. Yes.
I came back from Abuja 2 years ago. When I came back, I noticed that Umuahia don't have too much back here. So I'm not happy about that.
We should create more places like this so that we can take our children, because sometimes when I think of coming to the place here, the crowd here discourages me most of the time. I just feel courage to be here today. We need more places like this in Umuahia.
The number of children here today is significantly reduced from what it used to be in the previous holidays. In their innocence, the children only care about a place to play in.
I love the games, the bouncing castles, the animal rides, and also the ice cream is so cold. I would love to come here again.
I enjoy myself. I'm riding the animal bike.
Their parents complain about the inadequacy of the fun places, hoping that government considers the children in its programs.
We want government to give us more parks, like Wonderland. In Abuja, we have such thing there, Wonderland, and so many things over there. Children play parks, so many of them there. So we are asking government to help us if they can raise more. Not every time, every season we come to ShopRite. Every year we come to ShopRite.
It's not only ShopRite, they can be spa and also other places that some children can explore and have some fun.
Some of the fun seekers who are holidaying in the state say they cannot compare Umuahia with where they return from in terms of parks for children and adults.
They don't have a children-friendly, much children-friendly. I've not seen any. I've been canvassing the whole state. I've not seen any much children. Unlike where I'm coming from, we have plenty of them at Enugu.
Here in Umuahia, the Abia State capital, there are only 2 spots inside the Abia Mall where children can actually play, and they have limited facilities for them to play with. In Umuahia, for News Central, I am Chinwe Ogele.
Well, from the east, let's move now to another state. Despite the challenging economic realities, families across Borno State in Nigeria's northeast came together to celebrate Boxing Day, exchanging gifts and sharing laughter in the spirit of unity and resilience. In Maiduguri, the state capital, families with mostly new outfits gathered in homes and public spaces to mark the occasion with modest yet meaningful celebrations. News Central's Umaru Kirawa completes the report.
A day to share joy for many, Boxing Day served as a welcome break from the financial strain exacerbated by inflation and the aftermath of years of insurgency. The holiday allowed people to shift their focus from the hardships of daily life to the comfort of family and community.
This day is what celebrating is once per year. So we really thank God. We really thank God, and we're encouraging friends around to give gifts.
I've not yet received any gifts, but I'm hoping that before the end of today, I'll receive the gift. This morning, surprisingly, I got 2 gifts from friends, and then they're not in the town. They sent it to me, and I was unboxing them this morning. I was so much excited. It means I'm also being loved with people. A lot of people always say they don't have money to give out things, but it's not actually like that. You can, give a little thing for people that are in need, and you put a smile on their faces, and this is very good, and it will be very, very much concerned about for them.
Have you unboxed your box, and what is it inside?
Yeah, I unboxed one. It's a 3-in-1 towel. I'm so much excited.
Local gift shops and markets were busy with many people opting for budget-friendly gifts such as clothes, household items, and homemade treats.
People come all out to come and get 1 or 2 things for their loved ones, and it has been quite nice, and let me say it has been quite good to turn up.
At Sandakarimi Zoo Park in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital, family and friends also troop in their numbers to have fun time with loved ones and see some animals.
I really appreciate a day like this, and I really appreciate the work of God, the nature, you understand. I'm so happy, because he or she who lived to see today, you understand, is really, if he's not grateful, he's not a human being.
Animals like giraffe, the popular king of the jungle, that is lion, among others, attracted children and adults to celebrate and gift loved ones at the zoo in Maiduguri.
We are not sure that people will be coming to zoo again as for that time of the flood. But as of now, the zoo has become new. People are coming, and even at the olden days we don't have any giraffe, but as of now I want to tell people to come to the zoo to come and see new animals. We have giraffe, we have chimpanzee, we have new lion, and etc., etc.
The joy of giving and receiving, along with time spent with family and friends, seems to fill the air with warmth and cheer. In Maiduguri for News Central, Umaru Kirawa.
Interesting reports there. Well, coming up next, Kenya police deny involvement in abductions of critics. We have this story and many more. Stay with us. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. The FCT Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu, has commended residents of the capital for collaborating with the police in combating crime and insecurity in the city. This was during a tour to evaluate the current security situation in recreational spots in the capital and border communities. He says that the police has recorded tremendous success in apprehending criminal suspects and recovering stolen property throughout the year, a feat that was made possible by the collaboration with the police and the public.
Everywhere that we have been to, we have seen police officers deployed. We have seen divisional police officers taking charge in all the parks. And then we have visited our neighboring border towns. I can see synergy between police officers in FCT and other neighboring states. So far, so good. I'm happy with what I've seen. We have prepared from the beginning of the year. This is the final period. We do not want anything unpleasant to smear all the good work we have done from the beginning of the year. Because I've gotten wonderful cooperation from the residents of the Federal Capital Territory. Almost all the achievements so far gotten by the police was gotten through the cooperation of the people. So I want to thank them so much for that. And as Oliver tweets that we are soliciting for more support.
Tragedy has once again struck the family of Jigawa State Governor Umaru Namadi following the death of his eldest son, Abdul Wahab Umar Namadi, in a fatal car accident. The incident occurred barely 24 hours after the governor lost his mother, Hajia Maryam Namadi. A statement by the governor's spokesman, Hamisu Gumel, said the governor's son died on Thursday as a result of road accident. According to eyewitness accounts, Abdul Wahab was returning from Kafing Hausa to Dutse with his friends when the vehicle he was driving lost control, causing it to somersault. While his friends sustained various degrees of injuries and are currently receiving treatment at Dutse General Hospital, Abdul Wahab was pronounced dead at the scene. The Abia State government has announced plans to commence compensation payments to individuals, corporate entities and organizations whose lands have been acquired for the Abia Industrial Innovation Park AIIP in Umuahia West local government area by the end of December 2024. The AIIP project will be hosted by about 7 communities in Umuahia West local government area of Abia State. At a recent town hall meeting in Umuahia to sensitize members of the community on government's plan for the acquired lands, Commissioner for Lands and Housing in the state, Chika Chukwumerije, assured of their welfare, prompt compensation, and encouraged them to complete all necessary documentation for easy identification for payments.
Government is about to break ground on about 5 different housing projects scattered across Abia, and Umuahia West is going to house one of those projects, and compensation will be paid. Gone is the era when government acquires your land and sits on it and does nothing with it and does not pay compensation and goes behind, parcellates the land and sells to his cronies. Aibo a talk and do government.
Our people, Asa, Okwa, Owaza, Ozak, all these communities, we have an outstanding record of hospitality to investors. And I want to believe that that operation will continue. Even when the various companies that will operate here, you will extend that operation to them. That is my belief.
On assuming office on May 29, 2023, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised to overhaul Nigeria's healthcare system, addressing disease outbreaks, mortality rates, the medical brain drain, and health infrastructure. In continuation of our 2024 sectoral review, we shift focus to the health sector, and our correspondent Idong Joseph captures the key highlights in this package.
One of the most pressing issues in Nigeria's health sector is the persistent threat to infectious disease outbreaks. The government has worked to strengthen disease prevention strategies by expanding the capabilities of the National Center for Disease Control.
Since President Bola Tinubu took office, he has pledged to improve the health sector, from addressing the issue of brain drain to investing in health infrastructure. Over the past 18 months, there have been significant developments, but also there have been notable challenges within this period.
Mpox situation.
Regarding Mpox, while it remains a threat with about 118 confirmed cases and no deaths across 28 states and the FCT, in August 2024, Nigeria became the first African country to receive 10,000 doses of Mpox vaccines donated by the United States to combat the outbreak. Similarly, in October 2024, the Nigerian government received its first delivery of over 800,000 doses of malaria vaccines, which are intended to enhance existing interventions.
We actually saw COVID really talking around how do even people access vaccine. We know the likes of South Africa couldn't even have, which have developed economy than us. I think the minister and also his team, you can give them an edge that they are actually doing something in that regards.
Despite these efforts, diseases like cholera remain persistent. In the first 9 months of 2024, Nigeria reported over 10,800 suspected cholera cases, resulting in 359 deaths, largely due to inadequate sanitation and healthcare access in rural areas. According to UNICEF data, Nigeria's maternal mortality rate witnessed an improvement, with 41 deaths per 1,000 live births, with 1,047 deaths for every 100,000 women who gave birth in 2024. This indicates a reduction of about 27% in infant mortality and 43% in under 5 child mortality over the last 3 decades.
In the likes of Lagos, they are actually at par with actually even developed countries. When you look around their indices around maternal mortality, around infant mortality, very, very high. You can see those numbers are very low in the sense that you can compare them to the UK and key other countries. But also on the other side, when you look around also, our key mortality rate in the likes of the Northwest, the Northeast, is actually very, very high.
As of the second quarter of 2024, the National Health Insurance Authority reported that about 18.7 million Nigerians are now covered by health insurance. However, a poll conducted by NY Polls in November 2024 revealed that only 19% of adult Nigerians have health insurance, indicating that 79% pay for health care out of pockets, a far cry from the desired targets.
Imagine the population of 230 million Nigerians, so you can imagine less than 10% people are accessing this health insurance scheme. So we have to do more to make sure there are more enrollees.
In November 2024, the UK House of Commons Library reported that approximately 22,851 Nigerian healthcare workers, or 1.5% of the NHS workforce, are employed in the UK, making it the top destination for Nigerian medical professionals. In response, the government introduced a national health workforce migration policy in August 2024 to combat the brain drain and encourage professionals to return. However, many experts believe these measures are insufficient to stop the migration.
We are not saying that we should meet up with the same exact amount they are paying in places like Canada, like US, where people are going to. Of course, we know that Nigeria is still a struggling economy, but we can, do something, fashion out something that is better for all cadres of health workers. It will stem this tide of Japa syndrome.
In August, a significant industrial action that surprised the health sector was a 7-day strike organized by the National Association of Resident Doctors. They were demanding the safe release of their colleague, Dr. Ganiat Pokwola, who had been kidnapped in December 2023, an incident the federal government described as disappointing.
If doctors keep on working and we get abducted every now and then, for one who has been abducted, you don't know what the person's fate is, you don't know what the outcome is going to be. And then we keep on working, that means that the environment is not conducive.
After spending 10 months in kidnappers' den, Dr. Pokwola was released in October 2024. From improving infrastructure to tackling mortality rates and addressing the medical brain drain, the next few years will be critical in determining whether the reforms and investments by the government can truly transform the nation's health system. In Abuja for News Central, I am Idong Joseph.
A well-rounded report there by Idong Joseph. Well, let's tell you that the holiday season is here. And while it's traditionally a time of joy, connection, and celebration, Nigerians are navigating festivities under unique circumstances this year. Well, News Central's Chidima Ona went to the streets to get a glimpse of how families are celebrating, capturing the voices of parents, children, and young adults. Take a look.
The holiday season is in full swing, and across Lagos, families are embracing the festive spirit. From bustling streets to lively parks, the spirit of the season is evident. But this year, many Nigerians, especially parents, are navigating celebrations amid economic challenges, reflecting on the impact of rising costs, and the realities of having children at home every day.
Oh, it's been wonderful, it's been healthy. But being with them is a wonderful thing. You get to know them more.
This season, things are a lot more difficult than the previous years, People are just trying to, they are just forcing themselves to, make do with the little resources they have. Of course, inflation has eaten deep into most of our resources. So what you could buy with maybe 100 naira previously, now you're spending over 1,000 and things like that. So it's actually low-key, but then you can't deprive yourself of that natural bonding with your children.
While parents adjust their plans, children remain at the heart of the season's joy. We spoke to some who shared what makes the holidays special for them.
It has been so interesting, so memorable, so it's beyond explanation because this Christmas has been so blessed for me.
So far, so good. I've been enjoying my holiday. Like yesterday, I went to a Beach, and today I'm here. Like it has been really interesting, and I want to give a shout out to my parents for all the things that they have done for us.
Well, it has been wonderful. I've gone to many places I haven't seen before. Throughout, like the park, I've gone to the beach. Throughout this December, I've gone to many places and done so many things.
Teenagers and young adults, often looking for ways to create their own festive moments, share their perspectives on this year's holiday experience.
I've been enjoying my Christmas. Like we left when we went to go and stay in a hotel to have fun, to take relaxation, to chill out, to take a break off all the things that happen around.
This is actually the first time in this month, I'm going out, so I've not been out that much. So I've been having fun lately too.
As expected, the closure of beaches due to the ongoing construction of coastal roads has left many holidaymakers with limited options for outdoor fun. Despite the challenges, Nigerians are finding ways to celebrate and connect with loved ones, proving once again the resilience and joy that define the festive season in Nigeria.
I really hope you guys enjoy your Christmas and thank you.
In Lagos, reporting for News Central, I am Chidima Ona.
Away from that, Kenya's police on Thursday denied involvement in the latest spate of abductions targeting government critics. Kenyan security forces have been accused by multiple human rights groups of carrying out dozens of illegal detentions since massive anti-government protests in June and July. Recent research, according to Human Rights Watch, suggests a covert group of officers from several security organizations, including military intelligence and an anti-terrorism squad. However, the police have distanced themselves from the disappearances. According to a statement from the Inspector General's office, the National Police Service is extremely alarmed by the persistent claims that police officers in Kenya are complicit in kidnappings. The latest disappearances have again targeted young social media users who criticized the government of President William Ruto. Chadian army on Thursday says France has handed over its first military base as part of the withdrawal of its military forces from Chad. It stated that the base of Fire Legue in the north of the country had been handed over and that it would inform the public about progress concerning the withdrawal of French forces from bases in the eastern city of Abia and the capital N'Djamena. Well, every year, Joburg has a special magic for the kids. Children are treated to a fun world where Christmas season meets the wonders of the deep blue sea, and it's that time again for the young ones to feed their eyes with a thrilling mermaid show. News Central's Bungani Siziba has more.
Isn't just a show, it's a heartwarming spectacle where tradition meets education. Here, mermaids come to spread joy and share their underwater secrets. Their acrobatic flips and scrutinized swimming. They swirl through the hoops and create enchanting formations, all while smiling and interacting with the mesmerized children.
Oh, the kids really enjoy it. It's so many children's dream, and especially little girls' dream, to see a mermaid in real life. So for them, it's just magical. And for us, we also enjoy doing these shows. We just come alive.
Look at those smiles. For these children, it's not just an enchanting show. It's an experience that opens up a whole new world of discovery.
To see the mermaids. They are really nice and I just want to enjoy it. I like how the mermaids swim and how the fish.
Imagine learning about the ocean's treasures while being entertained by graceful mermaids. It's a wondrous combination that nature's curiosity and joy in each little heart.
That they are so friendly and they blow that rings in the water.
This is very great and I love this show because it feels very great to see mermaids for the children and for the other people.
Oh, what would Christmas be without magical moments like this? A time for fun, laughter and imagination that lasts well beyond the festive season.
Well, it's just very fun to see everyone enjoying themselves, also taking photos with the mermaids and and children also is very happy to see the mermaids here and seeing these mermaids also with the fishes is actually, I don't know, it's actually very nice.
I absolutely love it. It's so fun to see children so excited to see mythical creatures. I absolutely love it.
From the dazzling performances to unforgettable memories, the magic of the underwater world reminds us all that in the heart of every child lies a world of adventure waiting to be discovered.
Even though I'm an adult, I just love it. I really love it. I just think it's so fun and it brings back so many childhood memories. It's just something, I think every adult still has that inner child in them.
This Christmas, the magic isn't just in the air, but beneath the waves. It's not a holiday without the joy and excitement that brings smiles to children's faces. But what if the holiday cheer didn't include fun activities that make this holiday so special? These children are enjoying the lifetime of their Christmas.
From me, Bongani Siziba, and our watery friends, it's a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Still ahead here on News Now, India mourns leader Modi pays last respects to former PM Manmohan Singh. We'll have that story after this break. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has paid his last respects to former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh at his New Delhi residence following Singh's death at 92 on Thursday evening. India has declared 7 days of state mourning with the national flag flying at half-mast on official buildings until January. Singh, who served as Prime Minister from 2004 to 2014, was a key architect of India's economic liberalization in the 1990s. Tributes have poured in, with the Indian cricket team wearing black armbands during a test match in Australia. Prime Minister Modi stated that India mourns the loss of one of its most distinguished leaders. Meanwhile, a state funeral has been announced with details yet to be confirmed. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres condemned the recent escalation between Yemen's Houthi rebels and Israel following Israeli airstrikes on Sana'a International Airport, Red Sea ports and power stations on Thursday. The strikes, which came after the Houthis launched a missile and drones at Israel the previous day, killed at least 3 people and injured dozens. Guterres expressed concern about the impact on Yemen's humanitarian operations as 80% of the population depends on aid. He warned that bombing critical infrastructure could worsen the humanitarian crisis. The UN chief also criticized the Houthis for escalatory actions in the region, stressing the risk to civilians, regional stability and maritime navigation. Guterres called for an immediate ceasefire and urged all parties to exercise restraint.
The Secretary General condemns the escalation between Yemen and Israel. Israeli airstrikes today on Sana'a International Airport, the Red Sea ports and power stations in Yemen are especially alarming. The airstrikes reportedly resulted in numerous casualties, including at least 3 people killed and dozens more injured.
And in sports, Eyimba secured a point away to Plateau United in a rescheduled NPFL Matchday 18 fixture at the new Jos Stadium. The People's Elephant returned from Mozambique after being stranded for a week due to political unrest, following their 3-0 CAF Confederation Cup loss to Black Bulls. Despite travel setbacks, Eyimba held their ground in a match played behind closed doors, resulting in a 0-0 draw. The draw places Eyimba 11th on the table with 23 points, with 3 outstanding games, while Plateau United sits 17th with 19 points. The National Sports Commission has launched the Renewed Hope Initiative for Nigeria's sports economy, RHINSE, aimed at transforming the nation's sports sector into a developmental and value-driven industry. Chairman of the Commission, Shehu Diko, emphasized the federal government's commitment to redefining sports as a national asset, highlighting its role in uniting communities, promoting culture, and driving economic growth. The RHINSE initiative focuses on grassroots development, sports federation restructuring, and private sector collaboration. It also includes upgrading sports facilities to global standards. Well, Nigerian striker Tolulokpe Arokodare continued his impressive form, scoring twice as RKC Genk held Royal Antwerp to a 2-2 draw in the Belgian Jupiler Pro League. Arokodare netted the first equalizer in the 12th minute after Girano Kek's opener for Antwerp. Despite Antwerp regaining the lead early in the second half, the 24-year-old Nigerian found the net again in the 51st minute, securing a crucial point for Genk. Arokodare, whose tally now stands at 13 goals and 4 assists for the season, was substituted in the 83rd minute. And that's all we have for you here on News Now this morning. But before we go, a quick look at some of the top stories. This morning on News Now, workers escape death as 2-story structure caves in on Christmas Day. Suspected bandits kill at least 11 in Kwande local government area of Benue State. And Nigeria government denies allegations of collaborating with France to destabilize Niger Republic. Do well to watch News Central live on DSTV channel 422, Star Times channel 274, and you can stream live on other social media platforms. Jasiri is up next at 10. My name is Joe Hansen. Good morning.